So good afternoon to all the viewers and members of the press present here as part of the ad hoc Center for Thailand-Cambodia border situation press briefing today. Firstly, we discussed the issues concerning the condolences that we express for the losses suffered by the Thai people due to the attack by the Cambodian military, which began firing at Thai forces yesterday morning. This compelled the Thai side to respond. The clash was unexpected, and we were unfortunately unable to warn the public in advance. However, the fighting has continued to the present time, and therefore we would like to issue a warning to civilians on both sides who remain in the border areas to evacuate from the combat zones to reduce or prevent collateral damage. And as of July 25th, 2025, at 0900 hours, the latest figures of casualties are as follows. On the civilians, the affected civilians who passed away as a result of the fighting was 14. The severely injured casualty was 7, moderately injured 13, slightly injured 11, bringing the total of individuals or civilians affected as a result of the fighting to 45. The Ministry of Interior, through the provinces of Surin, Bonratthani,ศรีสะเกษ and Buriram, has already evacuated over 130,000 civilians, almost 100% of the local population in the affected areas. The provinces have established evacuation shelters capable of accommodating over 300,000 people and deployed village security units, or Shorobo, to ensure the safety of civilians in various areas. In addition, the Ministry of Public Health has evacuated patients and medical personnel from 11 hospitals located within or affected by the fighting areas, out of which 4 hospitals have been evacuated completely and shut down. For victim assistance covering the deceased, disabled, and the injured, the Department of Disaster Prevention and Mitigation and the Office of the Permanent Secretary to the Prime Minister's Office have laid out guidelines under official regulations to provide public assistance, and budgets and related emergency funds will be allocated accordingly. Details will be provided in later time. As reported in the media, the Cambodian military attacks have targeted locations such as hospitals, which constitutes a violation of the Geneva Conventions and is considered inhumane conduct. And we strongly condemn such act. Secondly, on the situation reports as of July the 25th, 2025 at 0830 hours, the Cambodian forces continue to use heavy weapons and long-range weaponry supporting fire to attack the front lines and rear areas, affecting civilians and humanitarian sites such as hospitals. Clashes have been reported in 12 areas, including Chongbok, Chong An Ma, Samtap area, and Chong Ta Thao. These are the few of the examples that have been reported as the conflict areas. Thirdly, in terms of the resolutions from the meeting of the 7th National Security Council conducted yesterday as a special session, the results or the outcomes of the meeting are as follows. The military is to defend, the Thai military that is to defend Thailand's sovereignty and territorial integrity. The Ministry of Interior and relevant agencies are to urgently care for people affected by the situation using existing assistance mechanisms. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs is to file a protest and condemn Cambodia's violations of Thailand's sovereignty and international law. And the ad hoc Center for Thailand-Cambodia border situation is to manage the border situation and provide accurate information and facts, coordinating with the military, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, National Security Council, Ministry of Interior, and other related agencies. Additionally, the National Security Council meetings was made aware of the Cabinet's resolution given on the 23rd of July 2025, and these are as follows. the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is to downgrade diplomatic relations with Cambodia. Secondly, the Ministry of Interior and related agencies are to fully assist civilians affected by the situation. And thirdly, the Ministry of Finance is to consider tax relief measures to support private sector and public impacted by the conflict. So these are the points that on part of the security affairs that have been reported at the ad hoc center meeting today. So I'll now pass the microphone to our colleague for the foreign affairs issues.
So good afternoon, and let me switch now to English for the international media, diplomatic corps, and our foreign friends tuning into the ad hoc center for Thailand-Cambodia border situation press briefing today. But before I share updates from the discussions that we had this morning, let me first and foremost start off by expressing my deepest regrets, my deepest condolences, and my deepest sympathies on behalf of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for the losses suffered as a result of the armed attacks that were initiated by the Cambodian forces yesterday. These losses and fatalities include innocent civilians and children, which in addition to violating international humanitarian law, is a violation of morality and common humanity, and should receive the full condemnation of the international community. Let me reiterate in no uncertain terms that the Thai response will be clear, it will be proportionate, and it will be focused on military targets in self-defense and in accordance with Article 51 of the United Nations Charter. Let me return now to sharing with you the key developments discussed today that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is following quite closely. There are 5 issues that I would like to share with our audiences today. First and foremost is the statement on the Thailand-Cambodia situation, where yesterday, once again, and let me put on record that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs issued a statement regarding Cambodian forces opening fire on Thai forces with heavy artillery. As we now know, the attacks were conducted not only against military targets, but also civilian ones, causing significant damage to Thai civilians and civilian objects, particularly in residential areas, public areas, and facilities, including hospitals. As reported by our Security Affairs spokesperson just now, the attacks tragically resulted in multiple fatalities and injuries to Thai civilians and children, many of whom are still in critical condition. In response, as I just mentioned, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs issued an official statement condemning in the strongest terms the actions of the Cambodian side. And in addition, the Royal Thai government has decided to downgrade our diplomatic relations and recall the Thai ambassador to Cambodia, as well as requested the government of Cambodia to recall its ambassador to Thailand. Cambodia's actions were blatant and repeated violations of international law, underscored clearly by the multiple incidents of Thai personnel stepping on landmines on the 16th and the 23rd of July. The Thai government calls upon Cambodia to be held accountable for these incidents, immediately cease attacks, particularly on civilian targets, and cease violations of Thailand's sovereignty. The Royal Thai government is prepared to intensify our defense measures if Cambodia persists in its armed attack and violations upon Thailand's sovereignty. And again, we will do so in accordance with international law. Once again, what is alarming and simply unacceptable is that these acts by Cambodia constitute violations of international humanitarian law, particularly the First Geneva Convention on the Protection of Hospitals and the Fourth Geneva Convention on the Protection of Medical Units and Establishments, which have caused human suffering and hardship to innocent civilians. The second issue that was discussed today was preparations to assist Thai nationals in Cambodia in case of emergency. Yesterday, the Foreign Minister, Tan Marit Sangyeampong, instructed the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to convene an urgent meeting with the relevant private sector actors and government agencies to discuss contingency plans to assist Thai nationals in Cambodia in case of emergency. The minister chaired the meeting himself online from New York. The meeting discussed concrete response plans to provide support to Thai citizens in emergency situations, and all sectors and agencies reaffirmed their full readiness to cooperate in ensuring the safety and well-being of Thai nationals in Cambodia. The third issue that was discussed today was the issue related to the United Nations Security Council. As you may have seen in media reports, Cambodia has submitted a letter to the United Nations Security Council, or the UNSC, calling for an urgent meeting of the Council, and as to be expected, falsely alleging that Thailand violated Cambodian sovereignty, an allegation which is completely untrue and contrary to the facts. In this regard, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has sent Thailand's letter to the President of the United Nations Security Council as well to present the evidence and facts of the situation, which clearly prove that the Cambodian side was the first to initiate the attacks by opening fire. To further underscore these facts, these acts of violence have resulted in numerous civilian fatalities and casualties, which clearly constitute aggressive and hostile acts against Thailand's sovereignty. Our letter also requested the President to circulate the letter to all members of the Security Council for their urgent attention and consideration. As reported the other day, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, who is in New York already for the HLPF, had the opportunity to meet with important figures such as Pakistan, the UNSC chair for the month of July, and Panama, the UNSC chair for the month of August, as well as the UN Secretary General. He explained Thailand's position and facts that happened along the Thai-Cambodian border. This UNSC meeting has been confirmed for today, Friday afternoon, New York time. It is a closed meeting which are convened as matters of routine when armed clashes occur between member states. The 15 UNSC member countries, both permanent and non-permanent members, as well as the two countries concerned, of course, in this case, being Thailand and Cambodia, will participate in the session that has been announced for Friday and that has been circulated in social media since this morning. And the meeting will deliberate on ways forward in this matter. Let me clarify that this is not a meeting where resolutions are issued, but rather an informal consultation to hear the facts and information. A statement might be issued to express concern, and we are expecting something along these lines, and we are beginning to see, as a matter of fact, from other countries, their expressions of concern to condemn the violence and specifically to condemn the attacks on innocent civilian targets, calling for the two sides to negotiate and end the fighting. As I said before, our foreign minister has met with key persons involved in this process in New York, and he will be back in Thailand later tonight and is scheduled to return to speak to our friends from the media community, possibly at some time tomorrow, and we will let you know right away regarding that possible opportunity to meet so that you can hear from him directly about his trip to New York and about the conclusion of the meeting of the UNSC this Friday. The fourth issue that was discussed at the meeting this morning was a press briefing, was a opportunity for the spokesperson of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to give interviews to the international media. Currently, we know there is a lot of interest from international media on the situation along the border, and we know that many media teams are already beginning to travel there to cover the story more closely. And in order to continue to provide information and facts from the Thai side to the international community, today the MFA spokesperson is scheduled to give interviews to several major international media outlets to ensure that our international friends receive the facts and the reasoning behind our actions, as well as comprehensive updates and latest updates, as a matter of fact, on what we intend to do in the international arena. The public can rest assured that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is always doing all we can to communicate our facts and our positions clearly to the international community. The fifth issue regards the cultural heritage and the UNESCO forum, as well as another bit of fake news that I'd like to draw the attention of our media friends and diplomatic corps stationed here in Thailand to. As reported in some outlets, the Ministry of Culture and Fine Arts of Cambodia issued a statement today condemning the Thai military for causing damage to the Pravihan Temple, which is on UNESCO's World Heritage Registry, resulting from the clashes that took place yesterday. The statement falsely alleges that Thailand violated international law, particularly those concerning protection of cultural heritage within UNESCO frameworks. Let me be very clear about this. The clashes between our two countries on the 24th of July occurred in a completely different area, which is located 2 kilometers away from the temple being discussed. It would be therefore practically impossible and incredulous at that, if I may say so, to imply that ammunition rounds or shrapnel were able to reach the temple from those areas. Therefore, the Thai side strongly rejects such claims made by Cambodia and will issue a written clarification as well. Another bit of fake news that I would like to draw everyone's attention to is a picture circulating of a gas station that was hit by heavy rocket fire by the Cambodian side that was incorrectly portrayed to be located in Cambodia. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs will do our best to contact media outlets to correct such misinformation, and we will continue to do so in the days ahead. For my final remarks today, as always, I would like to send our sincere encouragement to our brothers and sisters living along the border at the Thai-Cambodian border areas. The government, with all of the relevant agencies, both central and local, and both security and civilian sectors, will take actions in terms of security, diplomacy, border area management, as well as measures to protect the safety of everyone along the border and to protect our sovereignty, our national interests, and Thailand's position on the world stage with all our effort. Allow me to emphasize at this time as well to the public that during these times, which are very sensitive times, we must clearly distinguish between the actions taken by the government and by the armed forces of both sides and the general public. The armed clashes between the two countries are disputes between states. They are not disputes between the people, the public, the population on both sides. Thank you very much for your attention today. And